Hello, I'm Jessica, and my mom, Jeanette, she's getting things out.
Yes, getting things out.
We are going to do our quilty chat. So we each have 8 projects that we're going to share with you. So we are a quilt shop. So if any of the things that we show you, we have the pattern, the book, the kit, we will tell you that. But a lot of the things we share are just from our sewing room. So there may be old projects or things we want to get finished. Who knows? But anyway, we will tell you if we have it in the shop. And watch our live shopping. We do that every Friday on Facebook. So you can go over and watch those, watch the replays. We have people shop the replays all the time. Facebook has started deleting them, the old ones.
Oh, yes. Well, they're so friendly.
Yeah, so they only let you have, I think it's a month at a time. I think they delete them.
So that's only 4 weeks for us.
Yeah, I've been noticing them doing that. So anyway,
they're our friends.
And they change things up on us. But so anyway, you can go back and watch current replays, but not real old ones. So anyway, and I can't think of anything else.
Nope, let's get started.
Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so Mom gets to go first is how we usually do it.
Yes.
You want to go first?
Sure. So I'm going to share my 2 Hearts quilt. There it is. We do have the pattern in the shop, and I'm making this for a granddaughter who's getting married this summer. And last week I had 4 more hearts to do, and I got them all done.
Yay.
So I'm just going to show you those. So it is ready to start setting it. I love the green.
Yes, this is really cute. We do have these kits. We kitted some in the shop.
It's my colorway.
We have the pattern. Yeah.
Look at this one with the love all over it.
It's so cute.
We've got some beautiful. I'm just throwing this in here, but we have some beautiful minky that's got that scalloped in it.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what I'm going to put on the back. Anyway, this quilt also has 2 half ones, so you don't sew them together.
I wondered what those were about.
Well, if you look,
so you have all the blocks done now.
All the blocks,
all the hearts.
See how they're half?
Oh, I see. Yeah, those seem to look like they're falling off.
But this one would have been pretty because it's got these hands in it.
Oh yes.
Anyway, I hope to get this puppy together so I can get it in line to be quilted. She's not getting married till July, but I feel a lot better. She has a shower in June. I'd really like to give it to her in June.
It was done, quilted and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first thing is I decided I'm going to start doing a little cross stitch, guys. Well, let's see. I'm going to try to do at least show you 1 cross stitch a week.
Yes.
So I took these home, and I got them.
You took 2 home, didn't you? And I love your cloth.
Yes, I took these 2 home with me.
It's almost like you could blow that up.
I mean, I've been seeing it fine.
Okay, well, my old eyes is like...
I mean, I have to wear my readers, but I've been seeing it. Anyway, I got them, both my fabrics graphed out, and I've got a little start on the heart.
Look at her cute little needle minder.
And I have a little needle minder, and I put tape around.
And we sell those needle minders.
Yes, and we sell the cloth, and we sell the pattern. Anyway, it's coming together.
It's coming together.
And I have my other one all ready, so it's ready to go.
Yeah, when you do something small like that, I enjoy my small cross stitch because you feel like you're really getting somewhere, and even to graph it doesn't take any time.
No, it didn't take me any time at all, and
easy peasy.
Something kind of fun to do when I'm setting.
When you're setting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look how cute this one is. I finished my next project is a cross stitch. And look at the cute little bag. So Jessica got me that for my birthday. And it's strawberries.
So everything you do in there has to be strawberry.
It has to be at least fruit related. At least fruit related.
Like how many fruit cross stitch do you need? A lot.
A lot. I can do pumpkins and oranges and pears and
yeah.
Anyway, here's the pattern. We do have the pattern in the shop. We do have all the cloth and the stitching. So this is done on a 28 count Regency. No, we don't have this. It's a linen.
Oh. We do have linen though.
But we do have linen. It would just not be this color necessarily. I would make
We could probably have something close.
Yeah, I'm just loving. So I can't decide. I actually take the time. I've got a drawer, cabinet, whatever you want to call it, full of frames and little cutesy things I have bought to see if I can. I was going to make this in a pillow. I've even got the little chenille stuff to do that. But now that it's done, I think maybe I want to put it in just a little frame, cutesy, wrap it around cardstock, put fabric behind it.
You can always frame it, and then later you could make it in a pillow if you want.
If you don't trim it off too much.
Well, that's true, yeah. Don't trim too much. Okay, so next I had all these graduation quilts I was going to do, and I got one done. So that's fine. I'm fine with that.
It's okay.
Letting it go.
It's okay. And the other two she can still finish. She'll just have 2 boy quilts ready. Yeah, they're not specific.
I have to put the binding on this, though. Excuse me, which I'm going to do the flange binding. But I did get it all quilted.
And that has opened her world up to more cross stitching because of that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, pretty.
And the quilting design is called Tracks, and I just love it. But I'm going to do, the binding is the Eagles fabric, and I'm going to do a little black flange. So I need to get that before I go home, and I can get it done.
Yes.
Because I have to give it away on Sunday.
Yeah, so she's got just a
matter of a few days. So I need to do the binding and get a label on it and get it washed.
And this is Friday, and graduation's Sunday. That's how we roll.
Yeah, last minute.
Okay, so I'm going to show you some progress on another cross stitch. I showed this last week.
Very yawny this afternoon. I do apologize.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to deal with it. I can't stop.
It's almost 4:30 here. So this is,
Actually, it's almost 5:30. It's almost time to go home.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know why I didn't try to order this. I just ordered cross stitching today. Why didn't I try to order that?
I don't know.
Every opening flower. So this is a project I've been working on for a while.
Do you hear that beeping?
No.
It's in my head. That is scary.
She watches a lot of spooky TV.
Not spooky.
Crime related.
Not like if someone hears beeping in their head. That's scary.
But I finished up the tree. Let me get this working. It's just flopping all over.
I hear it now. It had to have been something outside.
So I had finished up the willow tree, and I started on all these roses. So you can see, I'm almost done. Once I get the roses down here, it is finished.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Well, it's just fancy.
It's just so fancy.
It's kind of fancy. So it's definitely going to...
for it yet?
No, I'm going to take this to
Hobby Lobby. Have them frame it.
So once I get this done, then I'll have 2 things to take to Hobby Lobby. I'd like to take 2 at a time because it's an hour drive each way to even get there. Okay.
Maybe what I do with these, I take them to Hobby Lobby.
I think you'd be very happy with them.
Yeah, because they're special. I'm going to show you some special cross stitch at the end. Okay, so next up is the fox quilt. I got it done. I don't have the binding on it yet. I need to get...
you got flannel on the back. I like that.
I did flannel on the back, and I need to get I need to get a flange for the binding, because the binding I have...
It's just what come in the kit.
Yes, and it's the orange, which will be fine, but I need to get some kind of flange. But isn't that so cute?
You could use the orange as your flange and do something else for the binding.
Maybe.
Because, you bring this orange back out here. I think that looks pretty.
I did a flannel.
In case you wanted my suggestion.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for it. That's what I tell people. What's your opinion? I'll ask for it.
Yeah, the kit came with orange.
Yes. We don't kit our kits at this time with flange binding because it's not for everybody. It's just binding.
Yeah, we just do binding. We may get to, if they start hanging, we make it where we add a flange or maybe have the flange separate.
Optional or something.
Yeah, if you wanted to do it like that. And I have been sharing the link to the flange on our Facebook page. So you can go find it on there. How we did it.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is a quilt that I have washed and made a label for. And I made this
through this whole thing.
I made the label this morning. So we sell these panels that have labels. So that's what I've got 2 cut out of this one, but that's what it looks like. Of course, like I said, I've got 2 cut out of this one. So you can get them in blue, red, and black lettering.
Is this how you did Tegan's? You added to the... Yeah, I didn't do that. I just put a back on mine, and
well, you could do that.
That would have made way more sense because I did it back so that like a pillow and then stitched around it. Yeah, I should have put a fusible on the back. That made way more sense, guys.
That's all it is fusible on the back, and I will blank it once I adhere it. to the
the
project.
blanket stitch around.
Then I blanket stitch by hand, but that don't take very long, you know, just pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I just haven't done it for so long, I guess. I just had forgot.
We've been using all of our labels on our binding. But
yeah, that we've sewn on.
I want to show you the quilt that I'm giving, which you have seen it if you've been watching our YouTube videos, because it's been hanging behind.
Yeah, this one's pretty. I don't have this one done yet.
But look how nice it is washed. Oh, I love a quilt washed.
Yes, it's washed, guys. I mean, it makes you want to just snuggle up, take a nap.
And it's got the beautiful hinky on the back. So that's going to look really pretty on here.
Yes, it really is. Yeah.
Very, very scrappy. So I hope the young lady getting it appreciates scrappy. She's not going to be like Clara. That's so busy.
No, no. The busiest quilt in the house Clara has in her room on her bed. I noticed it last night. I was like, really?
She likes a busy quilt.
That's her favorite one. Okay, my turn?
Yep.
Okay, so I have this little baby quilt, and I know I've shown you guys this before. I'll show it to you again. I actually had someone buy this kit the other day. But we do have the pattern. We do have the fabric. I did a minky back in navy. And then I also have this one that I need to put a binding on. And I got my binding all sewn together. So that's
progress, 2 projects right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tutorial that she's got me following now, the one I've used and had success with, is you actually make all your strips and then you sew the 2 strips together so it makes this giant binding piece.
Yeah.
The one I was following, you don't do that. You did it one at a time. I was like, no wonder they didn't line up.
Oh, yeah, what a mess that is. No.
It made no sense.
No. Anyway, yeah, I've just sewn them together. I need to cut them apart and then, you know, do the next step. But that's progress, so I'm going to count it.
I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep telling myself these labels, I need to put them somewhere I don't forget them where they're at.
Well, right. Yeah, hang them up where they're right in front of your face.
Because I'm not going to put this big label on everything, but I am for quilts that are wedding or graduation or something like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is something I don't have anything done on. So this is Little Miss Sawtooth. This is the block of the month that we're doing currently and will not be finished with until August. But we do have it all cut out, and I have in a pretty little package June, July, and then August is all the low volume setting. Aren't those pretty?
Oh,
so that's going to be all the little 4 patches between the blocks. You can kind of see it on the back. So we do have this pattern in the shop, but we do not have the block of the month available. It is sold out.
Right. You could get the book.
You get the book.
Do your own thing.
Because we're just doing similar fabrics throughout the shop. It's not a line of fabric.
Okay, so here's the other quilt I was making with the 3-yard cut, except I did the 3 different 2 yards, so mine are bigger.
Well,
anyway, I got all the middle done. I just got the border to put on, and the border is going to be this.
Pretty stripe.
And then this one will be done, ready to be quilted. But it's just a good boy quilt.
It is.
Yeah.
And it'll be around for the next boy.
It'll be around, yeah. There'll be another boy I want to give a quilt to. So these are great for boy gifts because, you know, boys
can be a little harder to buy.
We love them, but you know, they're quilts that who knows where it's going to end up.
That's right. So the next thing I'm going to show you is some flange fabric that I have bought for the next quilt I have at home. I didn't bring that quilt, but Jessica got it quilted last week. It was the Orange Crush.
Yeah.
So the flange that I was successful with is hanging. Maybe we don't have it hanging out, but see, we're in the shop. But my only complaint about it was I thought, you know, I'm used to cutting 2 1/4 inch binding, so I'm starting with binding that's 2 3/4 before you ever sew it on your quilt. And I don't like that. It's too thick, too wide, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So I've been messing with trying to make it thinner and still have the same success with not being able to see the stitching on the back. Because if you get too thin, I can see you're going to be stitching up on your binding. Yeah. So anyway, this is going to be the flange. And look at the pretty binding. That'll be the flange that'll show up on it. Yep. So this morning I cut a strip just playing around. And I thought, no, that's not wide enough. I can't make it so scant where...
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that.
I'm just going to follow the instructions because I was happy with it.
You was happy with the wide binding.
I was fine with it.
Well, like that quilt you have right now in your hand. See how thin that binding is?
Yeah, but look how thick it is on the back.
Well, I don't mind it on the back.
I just pull it over.
But this is real thick on the front. Mine is.
I mean, I don't have any of mine with me, so I don't.
I like it showing about a 1/4 inch on the front.
I have one hanging in the shop that has the flange, that baby quill. I guess I haven't paid attention. Do you think it's too thick on the front?
I've not paid attention. I just know mine was 1/2 inch.
But I mean, I don't mind my binding being a little thicker. Mom likes hers to be real thin.
I like mine to just be a little frame around the quilt.
Yeah.
Like that right there.
I don't want it to be 2 inches, but I'm okay with it shown.
I don't know. I'm messing around with it. We'll see what.
Yours is probably showing 1/2 inch, I bet.
On this one, it for sure is. I mean, it's more than a 1/4. It's 1/2 inch.
Yeah, I bet it's more like 1/2, and mine might be 3/4.
I'm still working on it.
Okay, so anyway, this one, make sure I didn't get out of order. Yeah, I have a baby quilt, which I need to get this washed. That's next weekend. I need to get it to you. This is what I'm gonna give to the baby.
So that's Mother's Day weekend for that shower.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get it washed. It's all flannel, and it's so cute.
It's so cute.
Little pandas and animals and little mushrooms.
And it's all flannel. You can't see that.
Flannel on the back.
Flannel on the front, flannel on the back.
It's got a little tag on it that says, "You are loved." Isn't that cute?
It's very cute.
Yeah. And this is a really quick sew, too.
I think I've made that one. I can't remember.
I think it's an older pattern. I think we have it here in the shop, but it's been around a while. I've made it a couple different times. I made it
because you have a focus fabric and then you have fat quarters on the sides. Okay, so now I'm going to share something fun. So Jessica and I were at a bridal shower last Saturday in Carrollton. Carrollton from Brunswick is about 25 miles one way. So we stopped at this cute shop that just opened up maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, and it's called Needle, Thimble, and Thread. I get all them words mixed up. Needle, Thimble, and Thread.
Sonic, if you're familiar with Carrollton.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Sonic, everybody knows where Sonic is in Carrollton.
There's only one Sonic in Carrollton.
So it's right across the street from Sonic. Yeah. Anyway, we went in there. The lady was very pleasant. The shop was cute, very clean, neat, orderly. And of course, I can buy fabric.
We got goodies.
So this is fabric piece that I don't have. It's a beautiful low volume done with the little hearts.
It's so cute. I was also tempted by this, but I got something else.
She got something else too. And then I got this cute pattern because who doesn't? I mean, we even have that panel, don't we?
We actually do. Yeah, I think so.
That panel, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of glary, but it shows it on the back done with a different panel. I thought maybe get this for our shop.
I think so. Well, I'll show you what I bought at the cute little shop.
And she had pink bags. I got that pink bag. You got your pink bag.
Here's her little card. Her card cute.
Her card's really cute too.
Needle, Thimble, and Thread. In Carrollton. It's very cute. Anyway, I got this.
I love that one too.
It's got little strawberries all over it. Isn't that cute? And then I bought this pattern, which is one we do not have in the shop. So it's 12 fat quarters and a contrast fabric, and it finishes 54 by 72.
Did she have that one done? No,
I don't remember.
That's cute.
And that's cute. And we have a lot of these patterns.
We carry a lot of patterns from that designer. How we missed out on that one, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but isn't it cute with bunnies and carrots and
what
table runner? It finishes 15 by 70. That's long.
Yeah, so and if you could always minus a flower or something on the end if you wanted it to be not quite 70. 70 is long.
Yeah, 70 is really long.
Yeah. That'll be a big one.
That's what I got. Very cute.
My last thing to share.
Very cute shop.
And she's very, very nice. And that's so important.
Yes.
My last thing is what you've seen now 3 weeks in a row with no progress.
Maybe this week.
Maybe. I don't know.
There's always hope.
Cloud 9, it's a Villa Rosa pattern. This is going to be a store sample for the shop when I get started. So it is a fat quarter bundle with 12 fat quarters from art gallery called Americana Edition. And they are really pretty. I love some of those blue ones in there.
So we do have this. We have this fabric. We have the pattern. This is the background that Mom's using as an Essex linen.
Now, where you see the white, I'm doing this navy. Or I don't know what color it's called. Not navy. It's kind of a chambray, actually.
It's a blue color.
Let's see. I've been really, what little bit of time I get to spend in my sewing room, been trying to concentrate on that 2 hearts quilt. And so I really just need to sew it together and then move on.
All right, I'm going to show you guys some oldies here.
Oldies but goodies.
Okay, so back in the day, back when CrossFit was cool, before it was cool now.
Before it was even cool now.
Yeah, it's way cool now. But back, which Mom and I didn't even know there were. I mean, there probably were we were talking about that this morning. There probably were cross-stitch shops then. We just didn't know about them.
We didn't know about them.
We bought all of our stuff at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But anyway, I made this for my husband, and we were not married yet because it's 02.
What year did you guys get married?
04.
04.
So, and he had some labs that he loves. So anyway,
and she's taking them out of the frames, so that's the reason.
Well, the frames were yucky, and this actually didn't even have a glass. It was just like a wood frame. And my son had them in his room, and anyway, so I took them out of the frames. I'm going to clean them up, and I guess maybe take them to Hobby Lobby and have them framed.
I think you'll be very happy with that.
But anyway, I made this one for my husband, and then Luke, he was going to college. He'd been in the Navy and he was out and whatever. But anyway, he was going to college in Oklahoma, I think, and he was bored. And so I went and stayed the weekend with him, and I was cross-stitching the whole time. I cross-stitched all the time, anytime we were together. So he was like, I could cross-stitch. I could do that. Just to show me that he could, or anything you can do, I can do.
He made one project, never made anything else.
He made one project, and this is it, guys.
And I like it, though. It's really nice. And it's got a million colors. I mean, he had to count. And
1002. So, yeah, same. We made these together. And he just LD. He didn't say love Luke on it.
LD.
He didn't give it to me as a gift, but it's mine. So, because we're married, so whatever his is mine.
That's right.
But anyway, didn't he do a good job? And then you can see it was in my son's room. It has all kinds of whatever that is on it.
Yeah.
Some sort of spillage. So, I'm going to clean it up.
Probably iced tea.
And get him framed. But anyway, yeah, he did it. He was just bored, I think, and wanted to show me that he could do it. But yeah.
Well, it's so neat, though. And that wasn't an easy one to start with.
No. Yeah, he did one thing, and he's not interested ever again. But anyway, then Mom made me and him this when we got married.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's got a mother's prayer quilt in the center with a little verse. And her and I were quilting then to a block of the month, and so quilt blocks were so fun, and so I thought that was a neat one.
Yeah, so anyway, it was in a frame, but the frame was dated, and I took it out. I'm going to clean it up and take them to Hobby Lobby and get them all framed.
I think she should.
Yep.
And something you like. Yeah.
Anyway,
see, that's what I'm saying. If you can rescue somebody's hand stitching, you should. Because we all see them at thrift stores and antique stores and garage sales, and if you can do anything with them, whether it's reframe them or make a little pot holder out of them or something. But that's quilts.
All right, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, and have a great week or weekend whenever this loads, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.